Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This one is focused on whether Kabam have made some positive inroads and changes for the community in respect of Last Stand, Save the Battlerealm, and really well whether or not they've saved this event for a lot of players and whether or not the consensus is thank you or maybe next month. So if you're not familiar with what has gone down in the last 24 hours, we got this into our inboxes. That basically, in a nutshell, says, due to an issue regarding the Save the Battlerealm event, a more intense challenge than intended was presented to our summoners. We have adjusted the Master and Epic difficulties in order to give you a more reasonable fight. We will address compensation for those who were affected by these adjustments before the end of the event. We remind you that obtaining Infinity Stones by fully exploring quests in the Quest for the Stones event will grant significant power-ups to select champions and enable you to defend the contest against the wrath of the Thanos in Save the Battlerealm event. I tried to make it a little bit more epic than it was. It really wasn't. I apologise. But what does it really mean? Well, this is what has happened. There's a significant reduction in the PI and obviously strength level from Starage for the champion you're going to face off against. And this is something that is positively seen by the community. Do bear in mind that I've been very vocal on this particular event for the last few weeks. And obviously it's taken a point now for Kabam to go, we need to change this. I don't know why things take a lot of time for these decisions to be in place, because it's like when they add something in and they go like, right, okay, we feel that we might have made a mistake by this. It is very much a case of like, let's bring it out of the game. So for example, the Nick Fury thing. So Nick Fury was entered into the game and it was like, oh great, yeah, fantastic champion. Oh, he did this. Let's snap him out of it, change him a little bit, and there you go. But with something like this, it takes a lot longer, but a lot more people were a lot more vocal on this particular subject. A lot of YouTubers saying, you know, well, no, I'm not up for it. And even myself going, do you know what, this is something I'm going to miss this month. And, you know, I wish you all the best, Kabam, with next month. And that was the case of like, oh, well, you know, good luck for June. As I said in Marvel Contest Champions news on Wednesday. But things all changed, obviously, when we had that little message from Kabam last night. And back in game with the other pass, it does look like Kabam have listened as well. It's good to see the champions have been adjusted so that, you know, you've got Morningstar coming up, and if she was awakened, that would be annoying because if you were having to have a bleed champion go down there, or like a non-bleed immune champion, then it's going to be painful. You're going to be just bleeding out to death constantly, especially from the idea of the 6-star version, if that was indeed in there. And it's good to see an improvement to Domino, so that she is, I say improvement, it's like it's nerfed, but effectively it feels like an improvement to the player base. Because the fact is, who wants critical failure? If that comes up, it's just you're just gonna tick unavoidable damage to death. So hey, that would have been fun. So it is good to see that they've indeed addressed those issues. Also, it's good to see that you're not going to die instantly from being hit, although I must point out that there's still an issue at the moment with Iron Man, so the OG Iron Man, in the fact that when you hit off an L2, if you want to chain it in, they block the second part of the L2. I'll see if I can get that up in a moment, just to kind of quickly experiment that out, but it's crap. So we're going to go in now, chaining in, and there you go. So it's like Kabam haven't fixed that. And it's annoying because for an event or a monthly event where you're required to use an Iron Man, you can't use your L2, so the best thing to do is just use your L1, and I'm just going by that. But I'm a bit bummed because I love using the L2 a bit more, but hey, if you're not allowed to use it, you're not allowed to use it. Just use the L1, don't use your L2. One other decent thing about this change, it does mean that you can use certain champions that are negotiable against things. So like if you've got an Infinity Stone for Captain America, you may go like, hey, well, I'm going to try it on a different lane. And that's something you can really experiment with. With other champions coming up later on, like you've got Hulk, and Hulk might be able to do something well with his L1, especially considering that stun. Just experiment a bit and just see if there's something there that works out better than others. But I do believe that there's going to be people that maybe are disappointed with Kabam on the fact that they may have ranked up a certain champion in order to stand strong against this kind of event under its previous build. And I have seen a few forum posts where people are going like, well, am I going to get any compensation for my rank up materials? And unfortunately, I don't think you are. I think that's just the case. Like Kabam, we're going to change this anyway. You've ranked them up, that's your choice, and yeah, it kind of sucks, but that's unfortunately just how it goes. There's a few things that you probably go compensation, 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 and all of those 4 things that you kind of scream compensation. Kabam will probably only do one of those with the form of any kind of compensation. Although we're still on the fence waiting for Thanos. We're going to get one for this with Save the Battlerealm. We haven't heard anything about April, and well, there's maybe a 4th one there, but again, like, I'm gonna have every single Marvel Contest Champions news with, it's like, scream compensation, compensation, compensation. And we shouldn't have that. I'd love to have a month where the player base felt satisfied, and at the moment, it's a case we just need to get to that point. And like I always say, I'm rooting for you for June, Kabam. Get it sorted. One of the other major criticisms was that the Last Stand shard crystals were just pants, and they're still pants. Or if you're American at home, because pants are trousers, underwear. So they were underwear, they were big floppy bloomers, and the fact is, well, would they ever get a looking? These crystals have improvements? The answer would probably be no. Because I guess for a lot of people, doing the event will be applicable to, do they want to see these? And maybe they're just doing it for the tier 2 alpha, maybe they're just doing it for the small amount of 5-star shards, but well, the rewards weren't equal then. Do they feel equal now? That's something obviously I will throw to the comment section for you guys to answer whether or not you feel it has been of value. And maybe we'll follow up in Marvel Contest Champions News Weekend on your opinions, and we'll go to the comment section for referral. So like, for example, I'm just gonna like pop one now and just see if I get anything remotely interesting. Well, that's, do you know, that's a time when it's of value, and it kind of goes like, hey, well, these Last Stand crystals are good. For the previous times that I have opened, and I've opened 2 prior, it was a case of just getting gold. This is when things come to be a little bit fortunate. Now, I will be saving the rest of these to be opened for a future video at the end of the month, because like, you know, YouTube. But the fact is, like, it does seem that that is indeed better. Now, what was the percentage then of getting those 5-star shards? It is a 5% chance. That's pretty good, isn't it? That I've picked up from a 5% chance the 1,000 5-star shards. So, okay. But the fact is, like, is this something that you're going to be going with because it's a bit trollish? Will you actually care enough to kind of go and get these shards to get decent stuff from them? My final thoughts on this is that there should be a good enough testing platform for stuff going in. It is very common now, month in, month out, that is something that kind of slips through the net. That then allows that the game has to be changed somewhat. And that's really the thing, is sometimes I don't know where the testing platforms are with Kabam. I don't know, I probably never will know, and a lot of you won't know either. But I really hope that there's some real definite improvements with new champions being put in and the game becoming increasingly more technical with different champions interworking with different things, passive abilities, adjustments, those kind of things. Those modifiers, it is important to keep up to date with every single little aspect of this as Kabam change things. So hopefully the testing platforms for stuff can improve in the future. There we go. That has been the video. A bit of a deep dive into the changes that have been done to the Save the Battlerealm event. And now I pass the question off to you. What do you think? Are you going to be like, right, let's go and do this now? And even myself, like, I've reached the point where I've tested it out this morning and I'm like, do you know what? It's not too bad. It's certainly a lot better than it was, and it's a little bit enjoyable. So yeah, I'm probably going to give this a crack. But what are your thoughts? Are you going to be doing this now that it does seem a little bit better? Are you just still avoiding it? I know a lot of players have said to me, like, well, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break from Marvel Contest Champions, and it's cool. Hopefully those people do indeed want to come back in the future. But in any case, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more Marvel Contest Champions based content. And as always, I shall catch you in the next one. And don't forget to drop into the live stream tonight at 1900 hours GMT. I'll see you there. Bye bye.